Us in general, like here at Keyed Locksmith, we're good at what we do because we pay attention to the customer more than, you know, the money aspect of it. We understand people, we've been there hard times, we understand needing help. So we try to service the customer the best that we can, make sure that they're taken care of and that they get what they want out of it. I hate failure. I want to make sure it works every time, and I make sure, you know, my employees want that as well. That's what I look for when I'm hiring an employee. I am kind of hard on them only because I want them to be basically a replacement for me. I want them to do as good a job as I do. In the last 2 years, I've managed to maintain a 5-star review rating. My goal is just serve the customer, make them happy. I've seen some people get charged $350 just for the car to be unlocked, and it is insane that they would charge that, and they charge stupid rates like, well, I had to use this tool, so I charged for this one. I had to use this tool, so I charged for this one. You know, it's just random stuff that they put on these things that they charge people, and they get away with it because the customer is desperate and they don't know who else to call. They think that's normal, and it's not. That's not the normal locksmith. That is the scammer that is just out there trying to, you know, get as much out of that one call as he can because he may not have another one. Our service call is $50, and that's just to show up, and that covers the gas and maintenance on the vehicle. And then if you want to say the unlock is $25, you can, because we just charge a flat rate, $75 for unlocks, and that's house or car. And we go all over Hot Springs to Little Rock. We will let you know before we ever show up. The quote that we give you on the phone is what you pay when we get there. It's no different. Even if I messed up, well then I'll just take the loss. You know, whatever we told you, that's what we're gonna do. If your kid's locked in the car, we don't charge, we unlock it for free, and that comes in as like an emergency call. So whoever answers the phone finds the closest person. There's 3 of us, you know, so whoever's closest, we just drop what we're doing, go unlock it, and then go back to what we're doing. I got kids of my own, so I understand. We've been trained to do it, so I can get in the car in usually less than a minute. A lot of people, it takes them a lot longer. We do residential, commercial, and automotive, and we do pretty much everything that comes with that. So we do access control for commercial, we do hardware changes, put on push bars, we change out hardware, we install stuff. If we have to drill holes in the door, we could fully prep and install hardware in a door for commercial buildings and stuff like that. Starting over here, we got transponder keys. These go to all your major brands. If it doesn't have buttons on the key, that's what these are. The transponder keys, they get you in the car, they start it, and allow you to get down the road. Key machine here is called a Triton. It's a really good all-around machine. It does automotive, commercial, residential keys. It does those tubular keys, like for a Coke machine, the little circle keys. It does those, and it will even engrave your key. Like if I do a master key job, it'll like engrave on the key, this is a master key, this is an office key, this is a, you know, you could put it on whatever key. So it's a pretty good all-around machine. And then a duplicator there for just basic copies for house keys and stuff, because making it by code, which is how you're supposed to make a key, doesn't always work on a house that has a wore out key or a wore out pin. So it's just better to make an exact copy of that. But for car keys, I always cut it back to code, because every car that comes from a factory has a code to their car, and that's how we get the cuts for it. Like, that's how we make a living, is cutting keys. Like, if I miscut a key, no one's gonna come back. No one's gonna come in here, I don't make any money, I go out of business. So I have to make sure every day these machines are calibrated and ready to cut keys. Whereas that machine at Walmart, somebody probably comes up once a month to check it or whenever they wanna get the money out of it, and they probably don't even calibrate it. I know tricks that can get me in quicker, faster, that other people, they just struggle with it, you know, because they haven't done it as long or found out the little tricks that it takes. So, you know, when you excel at something, you just want to keep doing it, see how far you can push it, see how far you can go. I've done really well, you know, and I think it goes back to I was praying for a job, you know, asking God, what job do you want me to have? I don't even know what I like, because everything I think I like, I go do it, and then I end up hating that job. So I was not even good at picking my own job, and then he kind of threw this at me, and I haven't looked back.